Hi, this is Mark Wiltshire. Happy New Year to all of you, and thank you for joining me for another episode of the Explore Finland radio show. This week, we're going to be talking about the very Finnish pastime of midnight golf. And if that sounds kind of impossible to you or very different to how you might play golf yourself, then listen on. I'm joined by Mattias Lampinen, who owns and runs a local golf club in Kuortane, nearby to Seinäjoki, where I am now. And as the days are slowly starting to get longer and longer, albeit by very small increments at the moment, Mattias is just going to be giving us a taster of how it feels, what it's like to play golf in the summer, but also through the night. So let's go and hear what Mattias had to say when I spoke to him in the summer of 2015. I'm here with Mattias Lampinen. Mattias is the executive director of the Kuortane Golf Club here in Etelä-Pohjanmaa. Mattias, thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
Maybe we can start by just telling us a little bit about your golf club there at Kuortane. We're talking about 45 minutes away from where we are staying, Seinäjoki. Tell me a little bit about Kuortane.
Kuortane is a small town, most known as a sports town because there's a Kuortaneen urheiluopisto.
And some of my listeners will remember from season 1 that we met with Olli-Pekka Karjalainen and talked about, we went round the Olympic Training Centre.
Yeah, okay.
There. So you're not far from there.
Yeah, no, it's like 5 minutes away.
Okay. And tell us about the club as well, your golf club.
Yeah, there's the golf club has been there since 2002.
Okay.
So now we're 13 years old club, and we have 9 holes. So you need to play that twice to play the full 18.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's a nice place. Not too hectic. So we have lots of room to play, like for beginners to also to pro players.
Yeah, it's not too busy.
No, not too busy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in Finland, let's think first of all, if someone's listening to this and they've moved to Finland, what's the process? Let's assume that people that are hearing this, they know the basics of golf. They've been a member in their own country, or they've played regularly anyway. If they want to come and play golf in Finland, there's a few things they need to do before they play.
Yeah, like you need to get the green card. Okay, so
this is different to the green card you get when you want to move to America.
Of course, it's different. It's like the driving license.
Yeah, okay.
So you need to do that first, and it takes about probably 2 days to get that, and there you go through some etiquette, and of course the ball hitting as well.
Yeah, actually showing that you can do it.
Yeah, and the most important thing nowadays is how you play. It's close to etiquette that you keep moving on the field. Like you don't just go slowly and chat all the time.
I understand. I played golf. I was a member of a club as a junior. I haven't played so much in the last 10 years or so.
Yeah.
I guess I've got this idea in my head that my clubs at home are quite modern, but I suspect if I compare them to some today, they're probably not. So,
yeah.
A year or so ago, my wife came and she got her green card, and you did some training for her, and of course she'd never played before, so you had to actually take her through the how approach the ball, swing the club, the whole thing. But somebody that's played regularly, I guess, they come along and can show you that they can do it. Then it makes that whole process a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
So once you've come and done the green card training, how much does that whole process cost?
The green card usually takes about 10 hours, 2 days, 3 days.
Okay.
So
But is there actually a money cost to apply for the green card?
Somewhere around 100 euros
Okay.
to 200 euros. It depends.
Yeah. Okay. It's not so expensive.
No, if you take like you go and practice yourself like a lot, and then you come to a pro, you can take a 2-hour session and then you get the green card.
Yeah. Okay.
When the pro knows that you can hit the ball and you know what it's all about.
Yeah. Okay. Now I understand. And once you've got your green card, are the clubs kind of available for anybody to play as long as they have a green card, or are some of them members only? These are all the kind of things that I remember from growing up in the UK.
Yeah, it's a lot different than in UK. Here in Finland, there might be, I'm not sure, but there might be a few clubs in Finland that you need to wait your turn to be a club member.
Oh, like have a waiting list?
Yeah, waiting list.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So, but most of the clubs, like more than 100, 130 probably, you can just, join to the club. And our club is only 80 euros. You don't have a joining fee or whatever. You just have to pay 80 euros, which is most clubs. When you want to go and play, you need to join the club because there's the insurance.
Okay, now that's important to know. So if you want to play your course, then you need to join the club, and it's 80 euros.
Yeah,
and then. How much is it each time you want to play?
There's many fees, but if in our club you need to for whole day it's 40 euros for an adult.
Yeah, so an adult, so it's a day ticket, and you can play as many times as you can get round. I guess. Okay.
Yeah, but most of the clubs have a fee for 18 holes.
Yes,
which is around 40 euros to 80. Euros probably, yeah.
So I one day I want to play at your course. I have to join the club for 80 euros. I buy a day ticket and I can play that day.
Yeah.
And if I want to go to another nearby course, then I might have to join their club and pay there.
No.
Oh, okay.
You don't need to. You need to join only one club.
Okay.
So then you can play all the courses in the world. Actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I had the impression that playing golf in Finland was quite elitist. It seemed that it was you have to have a green card and you have to, but actually there are some steps to take, but they're relatively small steps.
Yeah, nowadays it's so much easier. When the boom came here, like early 90s, there was many rules, stupid rules that you need to dress like. All the stupid wears.
Yeah.
Nowadays you see many, pride colors and, women don't have sleeves on their shirts and all that kind of...
It reminds me, my dad will be listening to this, and when I was a kid, he used to belong to the Wimbledon Common Golf Club, and everyone there had to have a bright red jumper with the club badge sewn on it, and you could see them, there's lots of people using the common, but the golf course there, you would see these guys, mostly guys then, I guess, walking around with their bright red jumpers on. So life is a little bit more relaxed than that nowadays.
Those rules are like gone. There's a few rules. I'm a young guy, soon 37, but there's one rule I want to have. Few rules at my club.
Yeah.
That you need to have
a collar.
Collar. Collar on a shirt for an adult player, and you don't play with the sport shorts on and no jeans. Yeah. That's kind of the only, and no swimsuits.
But there's quite a lot of flexibility even within those few rules. Yeah. So I think it sounds to me very similar to what I would expect to wear when I go to a golf club. I don't know this summer if it's ever going to be warm enough for us to wear shorts out there on the course, but in general, something smart, something that looks like you're playing golf. I think most people know what that means. What about if someone is visiting Finland? They're coming here for a holiday. What do they need to do to be able to come and play golf?
Usually I ask them that do they have a club membership at their own country, and if they say, I've played golf for 2 years or whatever, then I just ask the handicap and let them play. They pay the fee. If they want to play 9 holes, that's €25, or the whole day 40 euros. Like I said, that easy.
they can literally just pay and play. They don't need to join a club because they're a member in their home country, so that's okay. I pretty
soon realize if they are just cheating me.
Sure. So what if I said before I was a member as a junior at a golf club, but then when I became an adult, I started working. I didn't have the time to go so regularly, but I would just go to a club where I could pay and play, but I wasn't a member of the club. So if somebody comes to you and says, well, no, I've been playing for 10 years, but I'm not a member at a club, what might they have to do?
Most of the clubs has par 3 courses.
Yes.
So kind of pay and play courses. Our par 3 course is quite small. Only
like a training, small training course.
We have three holes there around. Each of them are a bit under 100 meters.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's free. You can just rent a club or clubs and go and play. Or the other chance is to go to a driving range and just hit the ball.
But if they're not a member of a club elsewhere, then they wouldn't necessarily be able to just turn up and play.
No.
Okay, no, that's fair enough. It's important to know.
Because of the insurance.
Okay.
So they might have a travel insurance, but it doesn't cover all the things what happens in the course.
Okay. So what is different about golf? Let's talk about the experience of playing golf in Finland. The thing that I'm most curious to experience is the midnight golf in the middle of summer, which for me, again from the UK, you would have twilight prices at a golf club, maybe starting at 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening, and it would be just enough time to get a quick game in before it gets dark around 9 or 9:30. It hasn't been dark here in Seinäjoki since, I don't know, the end of May, and it's not going to get really dark for a month or so still to come. I think right now it's, at midnight it's maybe a little bit gloomy, but it doesn't stay that way for too long. So tell us what if somebody comes here and wants to experience this very Finnish way of playing golf at the middle of the night,
It's easy. Our club is open so long that there's players.
Okay.
So if people wants to come at 9 o'clock in the evening, so they pay the fee and go out and play. It's a bit gloomy at this time of year, but if you know where you hit the ball, it's easy.
It's light enough to be able to see.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you talked about the midnight golf. It's we have this competition every year, which is for most of the players, it's the only competition they participate.
Right. Okay. So they play golf all year, but that's the one competition they take part in.
Yeah, it's then we forget few rules that you get a few beers and relax. Of course, you need to be careful and pay attention to other players, but it's a nice competition which starts at 6 o'clock in the evening, and it lasts about 5 to 6 hours.
Yeah.
It depends, and people are having fun and play during during the night.
Yeah. No, I think it sounds like something you should experience once.
Yeah.
Many people, I think, go to Spain and Portugal and places like that to play because it's sunny all day and go out. Play these beautiful courses. This is kind of just a completely different experience to go out and be out at night. I was talking to a friend who played a few weeks ago. I'm not sure where he played, but he said that I think they started at 6. There was a big group in total. It finished at 1 in the morning. Then they went into the sauna, and I think they finally left the bar at about 3 in the morning, which it's kind of like the whole clock's been shifted by 12 hours compared to what I've experienced.
Sounds a lot like midnight golf.
It encompasses a few things of Finnish life. It's being outside, it's being in the sauna, and it's kind of socialising with friends around all of those things.
Golf is the best way, get to know new people, because you can play against the Finnish president, and you can chat with him like, "Hey Sauli, how many hits did you do?" or whatever. Because
I guess he's not coming to your club so often, though.
No,
based a few hours.
Not yet. After this, maybe. But I always say, like in Finnish, you're kind of a naked in a field, because when you play you're yourself. You hit that shot, you say perkele or whatever. But if you are in a business meeting, because you can do a business meeting at the golf course as well. So when your fellow member player says perkele, then okay, we are relaxed, and that's his style, and whatever.
If any of the listeners want to know what that word means, they're going to have to go to my website, explorefinlandpodcast.com, find the show notes for this episode, and it will be written down there. I'm not going to translate it here aloud. Are there any other events or competitions or anything that are particularly, I don't know, specific to Finland or to playing in the summertime?
Actually, there's one funny sort of a competition that I played last year with a friend of mine. It needs to have a small explanation first. There's 2 guys close to Tampere about 2 years ago. 3 years ago, tried to raise funds for their junior players.
Right. Okay.
For their own club. Okay, and they had this idea to play 24 hours of golf. Okay, around the clock, and kind of sell their score to companies or to individual people. Around, like, if they do a par, they get one euro from you or the company. Okay, or par or better.
So it's kind of like a sponsored round of golf, and you pay a certain amount depending on the different scores. I guess.
Yeah, so it's half part of it. It's kind of an extreme thing to yourself to play 24 hours. Of course, it's not easy, but you get 2 things at the same time. Raise funds for the juniors and to do something extreme yourself. So they did that, and they had many companies and people into that. So I think it's around 10,000 euros they raised for the juniors.
It goes a long way for a junior sports team.
Yeah. So the last year, the Finnish Golf Association, wanted to come to take a part of it, and told to every people in every club that okay, if you want to do that on your club, we help with the marketing or something. So it sounded fantastic for me, and I took the challenge, as you can say, and I got one guy to play with me, and he said that okay, I can play 24 hours, but you need to get the money from somewhere. So it took a while, but I think our amount was around 15 euros per par or better. Yeah. So if we both made a par on a hole, so that's 30 euros to our juniors. So at the end of a 24-hour run, which is we ran that course, didn't ran actually, but
walked it very slowly.
Yeah, 7 times, so 7 times 18 holes, and that's around 65 kilometers of walking. So that was tough, but we got a bit over 2,000 euros for juniors, and that was kind of funny.
That was just you two guys doing that? At your own course?
Yeah, and we walked. Actually, I walked the whole thing. My friend's legs got so sore. He took a car for last 36 holes. Okay. But it's okay, because I wrote to some papers that we are doing this and that, and we are raising funds, and I said we are going to walk, because that's the part of the thing, to be as extreme as it could. So I had to walk. I wanted to go and jump to the car.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, but it was tough. But
what time did you start?
At 6 o'clock in the evening.
Okay, all right. And finished at 6 o'clock the following evening.
Yeah.
And then slept for a couple of days.
Yeah, I planned to have a few beers, but I think I took 1.5, and then I slept for 13 hours.
Yeah, okay. I think you earned it.
Yeah. That was a funniest part was when the next day or right after I came to the club and explained that to one of the guys and one of the elder members, and he said that that was good money for good and easy money for juniors. I was like, yep, just go and play for 24 hours.
Easy money.
Yeah.
I think you earned it.
Yeah.
And when do you think you might try it again?
I didn't do that this year because it took quite a lot of effort to raise the money, because that 15 euros for each par was like most of the
sponsors.
They paid like 50 cents.
Yeah, okay. So you got a lot of people contributing to that.
Yeah, like 25 to 50, and I went to people to another, and can you pay something? And it was tough. I wanted to play that. I would love to do that again, but raising the funds takes a lot of effort.
And this year, also, you're part of the Apollo FC, who we've spoken to on one of the last podcasts in season 1, and they're doing a lot of fundraising. So you might not be doing it yourself, but you're still involved in something that's continuing to raise money for different causes. Yeah. And I'm always in if there's something extreme in it as well, and some competition. I paid one euro myself on every par or birdie myself, so I had to pay like 150 euros myself to play that 24 hours. So you put your energy and your money where your mouth is. Yeah, that's good. Thanks for that, Matthias. Thanks for taking some time to speak to me today. Hopefully, I'll get to come down to the club and check out the facilities. Maybe get on the driving range and hit a few balls, take a few pictures, and add those into the show notes. So thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me. You're always welcome to Kuortane.
It's now a few weeks after I last spoke to Matthias. I've come down to the Kuortane Golf Club. It's a beautiful, sunny summer's afternoon. Not much sound apart from a nearby road with a few vehicles going down it, but otherwise it's all is calm, all is peaceful. I'm currently sitting on a small pontoon that sort of stretches out into the lake that's right next door to the Quartenay Golf Club. The blue sky, I can see the clouds all kind of reflecting off the surface, and this is a nice way to spend a summer's afternoon. Where I'm sitting here now, looking back towards the land, and I can see the changing rooms, the gents and ladies changing rooms, and each of those is a separate log cabin, about 10 or 15 metres from the water's edge. I dare say that inside there is a sauna, and when the weather's right and when the mood takes, I'm sure there are people heading from the sauna into this lake. Very Finnish way to end a day's golfing. I have to say, this is it's a small course. Obviously, Matthias explained it's only 9 holes, but it's really nicely maintained, well looked after, and it's a really pretty little course. I wasn't allowed to play today. I don't have the green card. I'm not a member of the club, and looking down at my feet, I certainly don't have the right footwear on. But we went out onto the driving range. I tried not to be too much of a pain in the neck to my kids by trying to teach them how to improve their swing, whilst actually realising that my swing's still there somewhere. It's been a while since I hit any golf balls with any real meaning, but I managed to get it going. It's not too rusty. That said, it's always the short game that causes you the most problems. So being able to bang the ball straight for 150 metres is only a small part of the game, I guess. After being on the driving range, we then walked the practice course, which is 3 par 3 holes. Just had a little go around there, and then headed over to the mini golf, where I once again showed the kids how to do it and won. But bearing in mind that they're 12 and 9, I suppose that's only right. Also, didn't realise that they've got accommodation here. So if you're travelling through the area and need somewhere to stay for a couple of nights, or fancy making a trip here to play golf and stay over, or I guess, of course, if you're here for the midnight golf that Matthias was talking about, then they can put you up. You've got somewhere to stay, and when you finish playing in the small hours of the night, you can just turn in here and rest up before getting out there again the day after, I suppose. So if you're in the Etelä-Pohjanmaa region and you fancy a game of golf, and of course if you meet all those qualifying requirements that Matthias explained when we spoke to him before, so having a membership at a club and being able to demonstrate that you're qualified to play, then head to Quartenay. You'll find Matthias probably behind the bar in the restaurant, where he's ready to answer your questions and help you out and make sure you have a good day's golf. So get over there and enjoy yourselves. Thanks again, Matthias, and hopefully that's given all of you listening just pause for thought and maybe sort of start longing towards the longer days and when you can get out on the golf course or at least be out in the warm summer evenings. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'm certainly looking forward and hoping to be able to get my clubs out again this year and to maybe get out on the course and play a few rounds. Remember to head over to explorefinlandpodcast.com, the website where the show is hosted, and you will find the menu along the top, and it will say listen to the show. And if you hover on that and click on podcast and notes, you'll find all the accompanying show notes for today's episode. It includes some photos that I took when I visited Quartenay Golf Club. It also has links to the club itself and to the Finnish Golf Association and anything else that might be useful to you if you've been intrigued or interested by what we've talked about in today's episode. Also, while you're over there, you can follow the website, and that allows you to receive an update every time I publish something new on there, whether it's a new podcast episode, it could be an occasional journal that I might have written, it could be a Periscope video, although there's only been one of those so far, or it might be the Finnish Football Show podcast, the sister show to Explore Finland radio show, which comes out once a month. Anytime I publish something on there, you'll be updated that there's something new and you'll be able to find it. Of course, you may be listening to this on your podcast player of choice. If it's iTunes, my particular favourite at the moment is an app called Overcast. There are many others on Android as well. Just remember to rate and review, subscribe to the show. All of that's helpful to me to find a bigger audience. And until next week on the Explore Finland radio show, thanks for listening. Bye-bye.